Shalom, shalom. We the Hebrew Israelites. We come here week in and week out to prophesy the downfall of America, also known as Babylon according to the scriptures. All right, and we here to wake up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. All right, in this wicked ass society that you're the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speak of. All right, and that there's only one nation that's gonna get saved up out of here. All right, but before they want to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Hashem, Yahweh Shai, Hashem, Rakakadash. All right, double honor to our elders and apostles, great millstone, and peace and salutations to you brothers out there pushing this word throughout the four winds of the earth. All right, today we go basically let the spirit flow off of the first scripture, Matthew 22:9. So we just gonna hop right into it after this.
Got it? Sure.
Yeah. This is Matthew chapter 22 verse 9. Go ye therefore into the highways, and as many as ye shall find, bid to the marriage.
All right, and that's our job to do. Now we come out here. All right, we coming out on these highways and byways, risking our freedom and sacrificing our lives to do so. To wake up you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. That what? That you're the true people that the Bible speak of whenever it says Israel. All right, shit, we here to wake y'all up. We not coming in a peaceful tone. All right, shit, what the scripture say in Isaiah 50:81. One of y'all brothers can pull that.
Okay.
Papa Kashaf.
This is Isaiah chapter 58 and verse 1. Cry aloud, spare not, lift up thy voice like a trumpet, and shew my people their transgression, and the house of Jacob their sins.
All right, scripture say, cry loud, spare not. All right, lift up your voice like a trumpet. All right, so what? We're not supposed to be sparing nobody's feelings. All right, we coming out here speaking boldly. All right, standing boldly. All right, whether you like it or not. All right, and shit, whenever we coming out here, it's to what? To seal out the elect and to wake up the people of our nation. And we know that we can't just go by according to color. All right, to black and white. All right, because what? We have what you call confusion of faces. All right, that's why the scriptures say, we try by the Spirit. If one of y'all brothers can pull that. All right, because what? We don't know. All right, it could possibly be a so-called person that looks like an Edomite, but they could be Jake according to the Spirit. That's why we can't go off based from looks. All right, shit, we gotta what the scripture said in Ecclesiastes. Basically, it says unto 7 and then unto 8. Basically, I'm just finding.
Like Blake Griffin.
I got you, huh?
Blake Griffin looked like an Edomite, but he Jake.
His father goes back to the tribe of Levi.
And if I'm not mistaken, ain't it 10 Tamir? They look like they Jake, but they
Edomites.
Or London too.
Or London.
It's Ecclesiastes 11. I'm gonna start at the top. Cast thy bread upon the waters, for thou shalt find it after many days. Give a portion to 7, and also to 8, for thou knowest not what evil shall be upon the earth.
All right, kind. It say cast thy bread. All right, what's that? That's this truth. These scriptures. All right, say give it to 7, even unto 8. All right, meaning all of them. All right, just put it in so many words. Give it to everybody, cause what? We don't know who's who.
And I was just gonna add too. Also, we cast it upon, like when the scriptures say cast it upon 8, it's speaking to everyone, like the brothers you brought out. Because what? We not only do we have to wake up the elect, but we also have to give the heathens their judgment. You know, the heathen have to also bear witness that what? We are the children of Israel. We're being brought back to our heritage and our customs. And also what? They have to be held accountable for the atrocities that they brought upon our people. All right? Because, hey, man, if you commit a crime, you're worthy of the judgment. You know, whatever sort it is. All right? You're going to have what? 2/3 that's going to despise this. You know? Hey, that mean we don't just, we don't tell them? No, because, hey, when Yahweh Shai make their return, ain't nobody on this planet going to be able to say what? We didn't know. You know?
Cause what we it said cast up to 7 and even up to 8, so shit, everybody gonna know. All right, so one of y'all get Romans 8 and 16 and 1 John 4:1.
All right, this is Romans chapter 8 verse 16. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High.
All right, kind. The Spirit itself bear witness with our spirit that we are the children of the Most High. All right, how is that from us? All right, they come up here and they supping with us. All right, basically being humble, and that vibration that they put off and lets us know that they could possibly be a Jake. All right, Israelite. All right, and you know Edom whenever you see them. All right, they come with that prideful look, Alright, like shit, they better than everybody. Alright, just the shit that they do.
You'll be able to read their spirit. First John chapter 4 verse 1. Beloved, believe not every spirit, but try the spirits whether they are of the Most High, because many false prophets are gone out into the world.
And like what? They got those so-called Africans. Alright, shit, you'll look at them, you'll think that they're our people. Alright, but what? The Most High, he put a separation between us. Alright, shit, it lets you know that who's who. Alright, shit, you know Israel and Hamites. They told it's two different spirits. Alright, they put bones and shit through their nose, doing all that wicked shit. And shit, Jake, they just cool. Like, you know a cool Jake whenever you see him.
They bathe in piss. What Jake, you even think about spitting on a Jake, he ready to get on you. Let alone take a bath in some piss.
Yeah, them niggas nasty.
I got a.
It's that word I'm looking for. It's like when your group of people used to doing something. Custom. It's something else though. It's something else. Yeah, culture. It's like your culture. Shit like Issachar. They culture, they believe in like worshiping Mary and shit. That's just what they do as that nation or as that group of people. Alright, same with Ham. Like you said, they put the shit in their noses and they do all those sacrifices and shit. That's their customs.
Eat doodoo. Tribal marks on their face.
I got a pretty
That shit raw.
Put that big ass ring in their lip.
Yeah,
They big fat as hell.
got a pretty This is Exodus 11:7. But against any of the children of Israel shall not a dog move his tongue against man or beast, that ye may know that the Most High Yahweh doth put a difference between Egyptians and Israel. You know? So what, man? You could just look at the way we carry ourselves, because what? It was told that Israel would be the salt of the earth. You know? Israel the salt of the earth, going to what? Israel having much flavor. You know? Now, if you look at Ham don't have flavor. You know? No other nation has flavor other than Jake. And that's why you see every other nation want to be like Israel. All right, going back to what? Us being that peculiar nation above every other nation that was brought upon the face of the earth. All right?
What's that sinning? I think it was a sinning. Antetokounmpo or some shit.
Antetokounmpo.
Ain't that the one that he wasn't good for nothing but catching rebounds and passing it out?
No.
Oh, was that
You talking about Matumbo?
Matumbo, him.
Matumbo.
Yeah, that dude.
Kimmy Matumbo.
Yeah, him.
But yeah, hey, that's Ham. You know, that's Ham. A big distinction.
And people get that confused because we had to flee to Africa when we left Israel.
Right.
All right, we went there because we blended in. We didn't keep the same customs as them while we was out there. Why would Israel sell Israel to Esau? It don't even make sense.
Exactly. And that just goes to show that that Yahushua wasn't or whom the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ wasn't the so-called white man. Alright, cause shit, why would they tell him to go to Egypt to disguise amongst the people that look like him if he was a so-called white man? If that was the case, he would stand out. He would have been the only white person there.
He would have been found, and guess
Found
what?
and killed.
He would have been found. Herod would have killed him. You know what I'm
Prophecies
saying?
would have been able to come to pass how it was supposed to.
That's right.
And
Go ahead.
if all of Israel transgressed, why would only half of Israel go into captivity? Israelites, Israelites.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah,
that
that's
don't make
right.
sense, bro.
God.
Shit, we was putting into captivity by the Africans.
Exactly.
Why are we being captivity by our own people?
That's why it's called a triangular slave trade. They take 3 people. All right, it wasn't us.
Right.
You know?
Shit, we was in the middle. We was the ones being traded. Like some fucking goods or something.
That's exactly what we was. That's why what's his name? If I'm not mistaken, Hitler. Hitler was like, you damn, in lack of a better term, he was like, you fucking Edomites, or just me just saying like this, you fucking Edomites, you done stole the true goods of the Most High, the true jewels, the jewels. You know what I'm
They
saying?
just don't know. They
It's like
touched
you
the
don't
apple
know
of
what
his
you
eye.
have.
He say when the world come to find out what I was doing, he said so he'll be able to start World War III and he wouldn't even be here.
Okay.
That shit crazy. He say, but when they find out who they really got, that's the Most High's precious jewels.
Shit, we the apple of his eye. And shit, you hurt the apple. That's the kind of rule that they run by. If they can't get to whoever over them, they go hurt who's close to them. And that's what they doing. They do shit purposely, all right, to get at us for their sake on an everyday basis.
That's what Ham said. If they couldn't since they knew they couldn't touch the Most High, you feel me? They took it out on us. And that's when the Most High was like, shit, you ain't gonna recompense my people. I'm gonna recompense your judgment on your own head.
I got to agree. It's Psalms 82:6. I have said ye are gods. All of you are children of the Most High. All right? But ye shall die like men and fall like one of the princes. Arise, O power, judge the earth, for thou shalt inherit all nations. All right? So yeah, amen. We are basically gods in the eyes of Yahweh Shem Shai, and actually are gods to the other nations. You know? But what? Hey, we had to take that fall. You know, that's why we're in the state that we're in. We had to take that fall because, like the brothers was just bringing out, all Israel transgressed. You know? And even though, and that corresponds perfect with that Romans 8:16. You know, they'll bring that out already. Yeah, that corresponds with that perfect. You know, because shit, we didn't willingly go off. All right, we were just subject to that. Salaki, yeah.
All right, this Romans 8:20. The poet you just said, for the creature is made subject to vanity, not willingly, but by the reason of hope, by the reason of him who had subjected the same in hope.
So by reason of him who had ejected the same in hope. Who is that? Yahweh Shem Shai. You know? The Lord is the orchestrator of everything. You know, he set this up. All right? And what? As you can see, everything is being manifest through his through his men of the Lord who he set up from the beginnings of time. All right? And that's that he proclaimed in prophecy that what? We was gonna wake up in those last days and come out on the highways and hedges and bid into the marriage. You know?
When you go into the word bid, it means to call out. It means to call out, and I think it said like loud.
Yeah. Spare not. You know what I'm saying?
Like a trumpet.
I got another quick read. This Matthew 11:17, and saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not. Well, Salaki, let me read verse 16 because what you just said, call out, right? This how we calling out. This is Matthew 11:16. I'm gonna start at 15. He that hath ears to hear, let him hear. But whereunto shall I liken this generation? It is like unto children sitting in the markets, you know, and calling unto their fellows. Only to their fellows. Your fellows will be who? Your brothers. You know, those are who in the same kindred as you, the same line. All right. It says, in saying, we have piped unto you, and ye have not danced. We have mourned unto you, and ye have not lamented. All right, and that's what's going on right now. And that's why 2/3 of our people have to be put to death because what? Hey, they're not dancing to this beautiful, harmonious tune of the song of Yahweh Shem Shai. You know?
This is Luke 12, Salaki. This is Luke 14 and verse 23. And the Lord said unto the servant, go out into the highways and hedges and compel them to come in, that my house may be filled.
Compel them. Bring them in.
Bring them in, and that's what we doing. We out on these highways and hedges, you feel me? Telling you Negroes and Latinos and Native Americans who you are, you feel me? To bid you to the marriage, all right? To bring you in, all right? And it say to what? The house be filled? It say to come in that my house may be filled.
And we know that that house is the elect right now. You know? That house is only the elect. Bid the elect into the marriage.
Shit, whether you believe it or not, the elect is gonna get sealed.
God.
Shit, somebody gotta be 2/3, somebody gotta be the elect.
Right.
That's just how the cards is set up. Somebody gonna have to. They got a scripture that basically says, what's the scripture, Matthew? If anyone has ears to hear, let them hear. I think it's Matthew 13:9.
Let's see what you got.
That's
Yeah, because we speaking. Yeah, because not everybody go get it.
Yeah.
But we still out here to do it for that same reason. Because some
I know
people
what
will get it.
Yeah, I thought he was talking about
This,
the one with Revelation.
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 9. Who hath ears to hear, let him hear.
Exactly. And whenever it says, that's parabolic form right there speaking. All right, it says, who hath ears to hear? All right, if anyone can understand, let them understand.
And the disciples came and said unto him, Why speakest thou unto them in parables?
All right, why you speaking unto them in parables? All right, parable is basically a dark saying. All right, it's not in simplest form.
Because what? Hey, when Yahushua was on the scene, that's how he spoke. And because a parable or a mystery is what? A secret. You know what I'm saying? It's something that
Only for
everybody.
those that can get it.
That's why Yahushua will break off and he'll tell it to them like, hey, look, this what it is. You know what I'm saying? And they understood it. You know what I'm saying? He made them understand it.
That's why I say, and they understood the parable which he spoke, like on some shit like that.
God.
And Yahushua knew who was the elect of that time. He knew who was going to get it. That's why he only spake to a few of them.
That's right.
All right, because what? He knew not everybody was going to get it. It's a scripture that basically says that he knew their thoughts. All right, I forgot what your county was.
From the beginning, he knew who would not believe.
Yeah, he knew their thoughts. He knew what they was thinking and what was going on in their head.
Still got verse 11.
Let me just bring this. First, just backing up. Yeah, this 1 Corinthians chapter 2, verse 14. But the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of the Most High, for they are foolishness unto him, neither can he know them because they are spiritually discerned. So shit, hey, they spiritually discerned, man. They can't understand these parables, you know, that we can understand, you know.
But shit, why can't we understand it? Because what? It was already set up before the foundation of the earth. That shit, we was the ones that was with him. Lord willing, we are that number. We was the ones with him. So obviously, we will be able to get it in due time and due season.
Shit, it ain't even just parables. Jay can't understand Deuteronomy 28:6.
Same shit, bro.
But this verse,
Go ahead.
this verse 11.